It's my birthday. Tom wakes up. He smiles. Today is my birthday, he thinks. Tom feels happy. He looks out of the window. The sun is shining. It is a beautiful day. Tom gets out of bed and walks to the kitchen. His friends, Jack and Emily, live with him. They are not in the kitchen. Maybe they are planning something nice, Tom thinks. He waits for them to say, "Happy birthday, Tom." But no one comes. Tom makes some tea. He sits at the table and waits. Maybe they forgot, he whispers. Tom feels a little sad. He wants to remind them, but he decides to stay quiet. I will wait, he thinks. He eats his breakfast alone. The clock says 9 a.m. Tom hears Emily's voice. She is talking on the phone in her room. Tom hopes she is planning a surprise, but he cannot hear the words. Jack comes into the kitchen. "Good morning, Tom," he says. Tom smiles. He waits for Jack to say more, but Jack only takes some coffee. Is he busy? Tom thinks. Does he know it is my birthday? Tom thinks about his friends. They are good friends, he thinks. Maybe they are very busy today. Tom goes to his room. He opens his computer. He looks at pictures from last year's birthday. He feels more sad now. Maybe I should remind them, he thinks. Tom sits at his desk. He does not know what to do. If I say nothing, maybe they will not remember, he thinks. But if I tell them, it will feel strange. Tom closes his eyes. He wants this day to be special. He waits and waits. It is now 11 a.m. Suddenly, Tom hears a noise. Emily comes to the door. "Tom, do you want to go for a walk?" she asks. Tom nods. He thinks, maybe she will remember my birthday outside. They walk to the park. Emily talks about many things, but not about his birthday. Tom listens to Emily. He is quiet. He feels sad inside, but he does not say anything. He waits. Maybe she knows, he thinks. Maybe it is a surprise. When they return home, Tom checks his phone. No messages, no calls. Nobody remembers, he thinks. He feels like he wants to cry, but he stays calm. It is 2 p.m. now. Tom sits in the living room. Jack is reading a book. Emily is cooking in the kitchen. Tom watches them. They are my friends, he thinks. I should not be angry. Then Emily looks at Tom. "Tom, can you help me with something in the kitchen?" she asks. Tom nods and walks to the kitchen. Maybe now, he thinks. Emily gives him some vegetables. "Cut these, please," she says. Tom cuts the vegetables. Emily is smiling. Tom tries to smile too, but he is thinking, why is no one saying anything? It is 4 p.m. Tom feels tired. He sits on the sofa. Jack goes to his room. Emily goes to her room too. Tom is alone. Maybe I should just say it, he thinks. He starts to stand up, but then he hears a whisper. Tom listens. He hears Emily and Jack talking in the other room. He hears his name. Tom feels hope. Are they planning something? He wonders. He waits, feeling nervous. Then Jack comes out. "Tom," he says, "can you come here for a minute?" Tom follows Jack to the room. The door is closed. Jack opens the door and Tom walks in. Suddenly, there is a big shout. "Surprise!" Tom sees many of his friends. There are balloons, a cake, and many gifts. Tom is so happy. His heart feels warm. Emily and Jack are smiling at him. "Happy birthday, Tom," they all say. Tom laughs. "I thought you all forgot," he says. Emily smiles. "We wanted to make it special," she says. "We knew you would be surprised." Tom feels joy in his heart. "Thank you, everyone," he says. "This is the best birthday ever." Tom learns that sometimes it is good to wait and trust your friends. He knows they care about him, even when he feels unsure. Today, he feels very happy, and he is thankful for his friends. The party starts. Everyone dances and laughs. Tom feels lucky to have such wonderful friends. His birthday is full of fun and happiness. The missed call. Anna is at home. She is sitting on the sofa. It is a sunny day. The window is open, and a soft breeze comes inside. Anna is calm. She is thinking about her day. Suddenly, her phone rings. Anna looks at the screen. It is her boss, Mr. Smith. Anna feels her heart beat faster. She knows this call is important. She wants to answer it, but before she can, the phone stops ringing. She missed the call. Anna feels worried. She thinks, "What should I do?" She knows that Mr. Smith has news. It could be good or it could be bad. Anna thinks, "Should I call back now or should I wait?" Anna decides to wait. She thinks, maybe Mr. Smith will call again. Maybe he will leave a message. Anna looks at the phone. She waits for a few minutes. Her heart is still beating fast. She wants to know what the news is. Anna tries to stay calm. She takes a deep breath. She thinks, what if the news is bad? What if I lose my job? Anna looks around the room. She sees her coffee cup on the table. She picks it up and takes a sip. The coffee is cold. She feels more nervous. Anna decides to stand up. She walks to the window and looks outside. She sees children playing in the park. They are laughing and running. Anna thinks, I wish I could feel as happy as them. But she knows she must wait. Anna sits back down on the sofa. She looks at the phone again. What should I do? She asks herself. She thinks about calling Mr. Smith back, but then she remembers, sometimes it is better to wait. She decides to wait a little longer. Time passes slowly. Anna feels like an hour has gone by, but it is only 10 minutes. She gets up and walks around the room. She tries to think about something else, but her mind keeps going back to the phone call. She thinks, maybe Mr. Smith will call again soon. Finally, after what feels like a long time, the phone rings again. Anna looks at the screen. It is Mr. Smith. Her hands shake a little. She takes a deep breath and answers the call. Hello, Anna, Mr. Smith says. His voice sounds calm. Anna feels a little better. I have some news for you, he continues. Anna feels her heart beat fast again. She waits to hear what he will say. Mr. Smith pauses for a moment. Then he says, "You did a great job on the project. The client loved your work. I wanted to tell you first. Congratulations, Anna." Anna feels a big smile spread across her face. She feels happy and relieved. The news is good. She did not lose her job. In fact, she did very well. She thanks Mr. Smith. "Thank you, Mr. Smith. I am so happy to hear that," she says. Mr. Smith laughs. "You deserve it, Anna. Keep up the good work," he says. "Have a nice day." Anna puts down the phone. She feels light and happy. She is glad she waited for the second call. It was good news, not bad. She looks out of the window again. The children are still playing. Now, Anna feels like she can enjoy the sunny day too. Anna goes to the kitchen. She makes herself a fresh cup of coffee. She takes a sip, and it is warm and nice. She smiles and thinks, sometimes waiting is the best choice. Anna sits back on the sofa. She is no longer worried. She is happy and ready for the day. She knows that she made the right decision. Forgotten appointment. Tom is a man who lives in a small town. He is a busy man. He works at an office in the city. Every day, he wakes up early, takes a shower, and eats breakfast. Then, he takes the bus to his office. Tom is always on time. One day, Tom wakes up. It is a sunny morning. He looks at the clock. It is 9 a.m. He feels relaxed. He makes a cup of coffee and sits on the sofa. He turns on the TV. He watches a show about nature. The birds are singing and the trees are green. Tom smiles. Suddenly, Tom feels something is not right. He thinks, did I forget something? He looks at his phone. He sees a message from his boss, Mr. Smith. The message says, "Tom, do not forget the meeting at 10 a.m. today." Tom's eyes open wide. He jumps up from the sofa. "Oh no," he says. "The meeting! I forgot the meeting." Tom looks at the clock. It is now 9:30 a.m. The meeting is in 30 minutes, and the office is far away. Should I rush to the office or call Mr. Smith? He thinks. Tom knows the bus takes 40 minutes to reach the office. If he rushes, he will be late. Tom thinks, if I am late, Mr. Smith will be angry. But if I call, maybe I can reschedule. Tom decides to call Mr. Smith. He picks up the phone and dials the number. His hand is shaking a little. "Hello, Mr. Smith," he says. "I am very sorry, but I just remembered the meeting now. I will not reach the office on time. Can we reschedule the meeting?" Mr. Smith is quiet for a moment. Then he says, "Tom, do not worry. I was just about to call you. The meeting is postponed. It will happen next week at the same time." Tom feels a big wave of relief. He smiles and says, "Thank you, Mr. Smith. I'm very sorry again. I will be there next week, on time." Tom puts down the phone and sits back on the sofa. He feels happy and calm. He thinks, sometimes it is okay to make a mistake. Things can still be okay. Tom decides to enjoy the rest of the day. He makes another cup of coffee and takes a book from the shelf. He sits by the window and reads. The sun is shining and the day feels nice. Tom learns that not every mistake is the end. Sometimes, a small mistake can lead to something good. Tom smiles and thinks, "Next time, I will check my calendar." He laughs and enjoys his day. The stray dog. Tom is a young boy. He is 8 years old. Tom likes to play outside. One sunny day, Tom goes to the park. He plays with his ball. The ball rolls far away. Tom runs to get the ball. Suddenly, Tom sees a dog. The dog is small and thin. The dog is brown and white. It looks scared. The dog is dirty. It has no collar. Tom thinks, "This dog has no home. Is it lost?" Tom looks around. He sees no one. No one is looking for the dog. Tom feels sad. He loves dogs. He thinks, "What should I do? Should I leave the dog here? Should I take it home?" Tom sits down on the grass. He calls softly, "Come here, dog." The dog looks at Tom. It takes a step. Then it stops. Tom takes out a piece of bread from his pocket. "Here, dog, eat," he says. The dog comes closer. It sniffs the bread. Then it eats. Tom smiles. He feels happy. He thinks, "This dog is hungry. It needs help." Tom touches the dog. Its fur is soft but dirty. The dog is gentle. Tom thinks again, "Should I take it home?" He feels nervous. Mom might be angry, he thinks, but he feels sorry for the dog. Tom decides, "I will take the dog home. It is alone and scared." Tom picks up the dog. The dog is light. It does not bark. Tom carries the dog to his house. On the way, he talks to the dog. "Don't worry, dog," he says. "You will be safe with me." Tom reaches home. He opens the door slowly. "Mom! Dad!" he calls. His mom comes. She sees the dog. "Oh, Tom! Why is there a dog?" she asks. Tom says, "Mom, this dog is lost. It has no collar. It is alone. Can we keep it?" Mom looks at the dog. The dog looks at her with big eyes. Mom thinks for a moment. Then she says, "Tom, we cannot keep a dog. It may belong to someone, maybe our neighbor." Tom nods. "Okay, Mom," he says. "Can I ask our neighbor?" Mom says, "Yes, you can." Tom takes the dog next door. He knocks on the door. Mrs. Green opens the door. She is an old lady. She smiles and says, "Hello, Tom. How are you?" Tom smiles and says, "Hello, Mrs. Green. I found this dog in the park. Is it yours?" Mrs. Green looks at the dog. Her eyes get big. "Oh, yes," she says. "This is my dog. Thank you, Tom. I was looking for him. His name is Max. He ran away yesterday. I was very worried." Tom feels happy. He says, "I am glad I found him. Max is a good dog." Mrs. Green says, "Tom, you are a kind boy. You helped Max. I want to give you a gift." She goes inside her house. She comes back with a toy car. She says, "This is for you, Tom. Thank you for bringing Max back." Tom smiles. "Thank you, Mrs. Green," he says. He takes the toy car. He feels proud. He knows he did the right thing. Tom goes home. He shows his mom the toy car. "Look, Mom! Mrs. Green gave me a toy. She was happy I found her dog," he says. Mom smiles. She hugs Tom. "I'm proud of you, Tom," she says. "You made a good choice. You helped someone today." Tom feels good. He thinks, "I will always help when I can." And from that day, Tom knows that a small act of kindness can make a big difference.